Since the founding of Bandwidth, we've aimed for a universal connection, a connection forged through communication, but not just any communication, the kind that keeps the world, no, the universe, spinning, working, connecting. We're not talking about your social media or influencer videos. We're talking about your life-saving, IPO-boosting, customer-building connections. For the past 25 years, we've stood by your side. And now, we've taken one small step for man, one giant leap for the universe. Introducing a universal new way to manage, grow, and connect communications. Today, welcome to the Bandwidth Universe.
Introducing founder and CEO, David Morken.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for joining us here in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. And welcome to Reverb, our inaugural Bandwidth showcase of product releases and exciting announcements. In music, Reverb adds depth and richness to sound. It creates a sense of space and place, naturally amplifying native sound. The world's greatest venues are uniquely designed to marry architectural beauty and natural musical enhancement, all thanks to the physics of reverb. And today, in this beautiful place, we will announce powerful capabilities designed to enrich and amplify all of your communications. The brands behind me connect seamlessly to our platform for the highest quality, time-saving automation, elegant integration, and elite support. All so they can deliver compelling communication experiences for every audience. Let's jump right into what we believe to be the future. One single platform. We've created a platform to enable one consistent global experience for all your real-time communications needs. By adding new features, capabilities, and global network services to our platform, we've made it so much easier to work with a single trusted platform to enter into many new markets. Bandwidth is offering new ways to automate your workflows via APIs and exciting new pre-built integrations. And our capabilities are built on a single, universal platform for easy access. Now, the only way that this can be done is by providing global coverage. Our customers blow us away with the experiences that they deliver around the globe. So much variety and scale is possible because Bandwidth owns and operates our own communications cloud with global reach. So let's unpack that a little more. We don't just develop APIs here at Bandwidth that run on other companies' networks. We deliver the power to communicate through APIs via our owned and operated carrier-grade infrastructure. This critical difference sets us far apart from our competitors. Geographically, we've layered inbound voice, outbound voice, toll-free voice, emergency services, and messaging networks into a single platform. Now, way back in the beginning, we focused on North America, but since then have now grown to reach 67 countries and counting. And this single source experience gives our customers the freedom to simplify their global operations by consolidating carriers and tapping into feature-rich software. An example of this is our customer Docusign, who is joining us on stage later today. They came to Bandwidth after previously using 9 different carriers to power their contact center operations globally within 15 geographies. And I was talking with Vipin earlier. He has shared that, quote, bandwidth alone was able to get us direct PSTN replacement for the vast majority of the world. This story repeats itself as many of our customers have simplified their operations globally on bandwidth. Now, under the hood of our platform is our resilient network infrastructure. You can scale globally by connecting once to Bandwidth's platform to access all of our advanced features, software automation, and communications services. Our cloud powers more than 9 billion minutes each month, over 4 billion messages every month. We support 30 million 911 endpoints, all on an architecture that results in 5 nines uptime from our core network. Bandwidth's next-gen universal platform is built on this hardened, resilient network that delivers a standard global experience in communications around the world. As we prepare to explore all of the exciting new software features and capabilities coming to the universal platform, I want to highlight a few recent developments at the network level that deliver tremendous value for all of our customers. First, we've modernized our connections with incumbents and partners in Europe by migrating to a cutting-edge, end-to-end, all-IP architecture, delivering increased consistency and reliability. Second, we're actively pushing the edge of our US network into local markets by upgrading legacy TDM technology to an all-IP architecture. Third, we've added 2 new data centers in Canada to expand our extensive backbone that now offers geo-redundancy and high-availability centers to data centers we already have in Los Angeles, Atlanta, New York, Dallas, Brussels, Frankfurt, Sydney, Hong Kong, and now in Toronto and Vancouver. Brand new to Bandwidth, these last 2 Canadian data centers, alongside our direct ties to Canadian incumbent carriers, allows us to enable intra-country calling in Canada, meaning your calls stay on the universal platform entirely within Canada, making it far easier for you to comply with local requirements. Now, when you upgrade to the universal platform, you get the same secure, trustworthy calls that meet the standards for stir-shaken and robocall mitigation, because your call never has to cross physical or digital borders to the US. Okay, so what's next? We'll be reaching new heights as a national operator in Canada to unlock even more value for our customers with enhanced numbering resources and compatible services. Yet, we know none of this matters unless our global reach has resiliency and is utterly reliable. That's why our advanced analytics team has delivered exclusive, Bandwidth-patented anomaly detection models that proactively generate alerts directly into our NOC for immediate triage across both messaging and voice. So what does that really mean? We've developed hundreds of custom machine learning models that continuously monitor different metrics at the network level. These cutting-edge models improve 2 key metrics. First, mean time to detect. How fast can we identify and isolate an issue? And second, mean time to resolve. How fast can we resolve downstream challenges? Improving both of these metrics ensures a super fast resolution and enhanced uptime for our customers. This is how our network engineers, our staff data scientists, our software developers are beginning to harness the power of AI and machine learning for flexibility, resiliency, and consistency. And again, you'll hear me say this multiple times, all accessible via the universal platform. The first 20 countries will be available on the universal platform in the next 90 days. These first countries, like Germany, the UK, and France, were prioritized because of their strategic European needs and demands from our customers and the feedback we got from many of you. By mid-2025, you'll see our entire footprint of 67 countries and territories all powered by the universal platform. Today, I'll be sharing the stage with bandmates from operations to product management to software development, and I am excited to dive deeper into what makes the Universal Platform so unique, beyond just the resilient and the high availability network at its core. So let's take a quick look. That was to pump me up, just to be clear. That's what that was for. But let's talk about automation. We're releasing new APIs that enable enterprise workflows to be automated at scale. This means that the same APIs that our North American customers rely on today, customers like Google, like Microsoft, like Amazon, those are getting an upgrade with global features and functionality. This API update will unlock standardization for multi-country support on a single API, fully automated operational workflows for country-specific compliance, and simple configurations of global voice settings. With the Universal Platform APIs, you can now integrate all of your global capabilities directly into your applications. We're here to help you build a customer experience that simply cannot be beat. The statement, "There's an API for that," applies to every workflow we will show you today. And speaking of expanding our global reach, let's now hear from another David, our lead product manager for programmable voice, David Prio. David has some exciting updates about how we're taking our programmable voice solutions to the world.
Thanks, David. It's been an exciting journey getting to build out the programmable voice features that matter most to our customers. So I'm thrilled to get to share with you all of the work we put into this release. Our programmable voice has been a staple offering for over a decade, but in the most recent exciting news, we're taking it global. That's right. SaaS companies and software-centric businesses can access our global network without the need of traditional telecom expertise. This means you can embed a custom voice calling solution into your application and still get the guaranteed reach and reliability of Bandwidth's global network. And of course, we provide SDKs that support multiple programming languages like Python, C#, Node.js, and Java, so you can start developing based on what you're using today. Our customers are already sending voice notifications for emergency alerts, reservation reminders for a nice lunch or those can't miss anniversary dinners, and even anonymizing calls for secure conversations for a dog walker or house sitter. From creating advanced call flows to adding capabilities like conferencing and real-time transcription, the possibilities with our programmable voice solution are, quite frankly, endless. The Global Voice API is already on the Universal Platform today. Now, before jumping back to David, I'm going to toss it to our Director of Product Management, Emma Bradley, to cover our announcements on Global Voice Insights.
Thanks, Priyo. As the owner of our Insights product, I'm pumped to share with you that our Global Voice APIs not only give you more features, but also allows you to take power into your own hands with the Universal Platform's Voice Insights. With the launch of this new featured section, your service delivery becomes optimized. Real-time analytics, automated monitoring, intelligent alerts. We're giving you a single place to identify and resolve call issues before your team even realizes there's a problem. We're also launching the ability to report on MOS, mean opinion score, jitter, packet loss percentage, and latency metrics for the customer and carrier leg of the call. This data will give you access to report on the quality of your calls and appropriately identify where the issues are and where to focus your time. All of these exciting developments are coming to you in Q1 of 2025. Back to you, David.
Thank you, David and Emma. I'm thrilled about the possibilities these solutions bring to the Universal Platform. The future of Bandwidth Insights is a super strong proof point for the value of our monitoring and expert level support, helping you achieve the highest levels of uptime. Now, please join me in welcoming Michelle Birch to tell us some of the amazing things you can do with Bandwidth. Michelle.
Thanks, David, and welcome, everyone. If you've been following Bandwidth for just a day or a decade, You're probably already familiar with our concept of happy porting. With this universal platform upgrade, it just got happier. Our approach isn't just about provisioning or moving numbers, it's about unlocking a globally compliant, user-friendly experience that stands out from all the rest. Whether you port thousands of numbers every day, or you're porting a business-critical 1-800 number to bandwidth, the same is true. Our happy porting promise has always been to make number migration seamless and stress-free. Today, we've further streamlined the process with intuitive country detection tools, carrier integrations, customized port-out validations, and tailored regulatory frameworks. Ordering new numbers is now as easy as online shopping, and we all know how easy that is. Just search, select, provide the necessary documentation, and your numbers are ready to use. We also have a new feature upgrade called Voice Configuration Packages. This makes it easier than ever before to manage your voice settings at scale. Imagine this. You set up and configure your voice settings. One time. That's it. From there, you can quickly apply the voice configuration package to a single number or a group of numbers. Say farewell to repetitive tasks and manual errors, and welcome a smoother workflow that your customers and your bottom line will love. Voice configuration packages are fully customizable. You can easily choose your preferred voice protocol, assign IPs for SIP routing, create or link an application for use with HTTP voice, use advanced call routing to direct calls to an integration partner, establish call forwarding rules, turn on caller ID, and assign a setting for stir-shaken attributes when that applies. The all-new voice configuration package simplifies the entire process of managing routing configuration across your inventory of numbers. Convenience and efficiency rolled into one small but mighty package. With the universal platform, we also have a tool that makes it easier and faster to manage end-user validation worldwide. Let me introduce you to requirements packages now on the universal platform. This is a solution that makes global product compliance management easier. Combined with support from our product compliance operations team, the new tool can help simplify the validation process by collecting end-user information into a requirements package. Key features include clear visibility, guided configuration, reusability, faster approval. All end-user information is securely stored, tailored to global requirements, and ready for number activation. These are just 4 of the top upgraded features of requirements packages that'll give you an extra leg up to help scale globally. This is compliance with less complexity. And for anyone who's come face to face with the intricacies of these requirements, you know that less is more. And it is available today when you upgrade to the universal platform. With all these exciting developments and product features being released, I also have to take a second to thank our beta customers. These customers have helped shape the current features and capabilities and have inspired innovation across our organization. Let's hear from an early beta customer who began testing with us, Infinity Tracking, coming to us from the UK.
Since 2011, Infinity Tracking has been making marketing, sales, and customer service teams make smarter business decisions and improve experiences with call analytics. So our call tracking and speech analytics tools are used by enterprises across the world to optimize marketing campaigns, improve sales performance, and improve the experiences for their customers. As the head of telephony at Infinity, I oversee our telephony infrastructure with a key focus on enhancing its efficiency and scalability. Infinity Tracking is a global business. We're predominantly US and European based. One of the things that we use Bandwidth for is to provide us with the same service across all of those regions. We've been using the beta platform pretty early on. Right from the beginning, the interface felt much more slick and responsive, and there are some small quality of life improvements that really make the experience smoother. And it's these sort of small changes that simplify the processes that we run by removing unnecessary extra steps. Bandwidth for Infinity are a fountain of knowledge on all things regulatory and to do with service activation. So if I need to look up how to activate a number in a certain country or what the end user requirements are, that wealth of knowledge, that resource that you provide for us is invaluable. That's genuinely the thing that I value you guys for individually. And everyone comes to me and says, how do I get a number here? And I go to you. You're the obvious choice. So if anyone else in my set of carriers offered it, I wouldn't be nearly as interested. Probably one of the nicest things about working with Bandwidth is there is that engagement across the board, whatever the topic.
Thank you again to Infinity Tracking. I've had a front row seat watching our implementation, product, and development teams working hand in hand with our beta customers. One consistent need has been for a simple UI. So we didn't want to leave out our dashboard out of getting its own upgrade alongside the universal platform. Today, we're revealing an exciting change to the way you manage your communications with Bandwidth. The Bandwidth dashboard is now the Bandwidth app. And you need to see it. It's freaking awesome. The Bandwidth app brings together the cool and innovative ways to manage your phone numbers and the services you use with them. From insights to intuitive route building tools, we're making it easier and faster than ever, and it's live right now. I want to invite AJ Rice to the stage to show us around. AJ.
Thanks, Michelle. It's an honor to be here, and I'm really excited to give you a little tour of the new Bandwidth app. Before we get started, though, don't forget that every journey starts with a secure step. So if you're not taking advantage of the option to integrate your Bandwidth app with our popular SSO providers, talk to your account manager today.
That's a great call out, AJ. You should know we'll be introducing an MFA security option later this year. I would love for as many of our customers as possible to be connecting to us through SSO and MFA.
All right, now that we're logged in, let's check out the brand new homepage of the updated Bandwidth app. This isn't just a landing page that links out to other tools. This is your home base for mission-critical control and insights. We analyze the data on our users' most common workflows and redesign the home screen to make them more accessible. The new homepage is catered to your specific services to reduce the time and clicks it takes to perform common tasks, like buying a number in Italy. Here you can see how quick it is to order a number right from the home screen or instantly start a port. We can even review voice and messaging insights without having to jump between screens. But let's not stop there. We've enhanced our app with a new vertical side nav designed to streamline navigation and make it easier for you to find what you need.
Hang on, AJ. I've used software before where they change the site nav, they change the menus, and I can't find anything.
Totally get it, but good news, Michelle. We didn't change the sitemap, so you still have all the tabs you're accustomed to using today. Your bookmarks won't break. It'll be much easier to find everything that you need. This update provides a more efficient and flexible use of space that aims to improve performance and maximize your productivity. But SideNav is just the beginning of our new app. Our new My Numbers page gives you a holistic overview of your inventory with information such as associated number type, status, country, and more. From here, you'll find a streamlined number management process with enhanced filtering and efficient bulk actions. With just a few clicks, you can update voice configuration packages, requirement packages, and even activate service for multiple numbers.
AJ, at Bandwidth, we are very aware that as organizations shift from on-prem infrastructure to cloud and hybrid deployments, an efficient migration process is a must-have.
Absolutely right, Michelle. And with all your routes and service activation requirements pre-handled, we've turned a pretty tedious process into just a few clicks. And even better, we've built this with expansion in mind. We're already planning new actions and capabilities to the My Numbers page in the future to help streamline even more workflows soon.
This is awesome, AJ. It looks great. Our updated UI is intuitive, making it easy to navigate and manage your numbers.
And in standard Bandwidth fashion, everything you do in the UI can be done via API. Let's jump over to the dev docs. We've introduced new API endpoints to automate and integrate this seamless number management experience directly into your platform for the best developer experience.
Thanks for showing us around, AJ. Let's give him a round of applause. You can log in today to experience the new Bandwidth app. While these new features are mainly focused on voice expansion, we have more exciting updates and insights related to messaging and integrations that we'll show you in the Bandwidth app in just a few. Now, I'd like to welcome back David to take us through industry-first emergency developments we have in store. David.
Thank you, Michelle and AJ. The Universal Platform is where we are building the next generation of the Bandwidth Communications Cloud, standardizing and globalizing emergency services. For years, customers have relied on Bandwidth emergency services due to our focus on quality, support, and automation. We've recently hit a new milestone of 30 million 911 endpoints powered by our platform across a wide range of super innovative use cases, including new cutting-edge IoT applications where emergency calls are made from autonomous vehicles. And we will now be adding 911 capabilities for millions of endpoints in partnership with a major wireless carrier. The Universal Platform allows us to expand and deliver new innovations never before seen in our industry that build upon our competitive edge, software-controlled, highest quality, global emergency services for all types of use cases. Let's take a look. This is awesome, and it's really important. Today's distributed workforce requires emergency solutions that can really keep up. That's where our groundbreaking solution, Alternative Location Routing, comes in. This game-changing solution for global nomadic emergency services uses pre-validated addresses, giving you total flexibility to select an alternate location and emergency address for a user. Whether you need help dispatched across the street or around the globe, ALR ensures first responders can reach the right place at the right time, every time. In the communications space, emergency services typically fall into two categories, standard or nomadic. Standard has been around for ages. Endpoints are static, service is reliable, and they only require a single address to be configured. Think stationary devices like a conference room phone, a desk phone, where each endpoint or phone number is secured to a permanent emergency address. But as we all know, emergencies happen anywhere and everywhere. Let's just hope not right now. Today's modern global workforce demands more than the standard options. So, when your employee moves across borders from their home office on Monday to the London office on Tuesday and then the Paris office on Friday, they need a solution to keep up. As a user's location changes, they need to send the correct dispatchable address so that first responders are directed to the exact location. This is what we call their location of the moment. And you need to route the emergency call to the correct public safety response point along with the correct address information attached. Alternative location routing is an innovative solution never before seen on the market. ALR is not just another emergency solution. It's a unique innovation that bridges the gap between traditional standard and next-gen global emergency capabilities. It solves for what has traditionally been a very siloed, country-specific emergency services ecosystem by delivering a seamless, nomadic, compliant emergency solution that can be your competitive advantage. And I'm thrilled to announce that early access is coming in Q1 of 2025. This innovative solution for nomadic emergency calling enhances our already extensive global emergency services offering. We pledge to assist you in protecting your people no matter where they are in the world. Our solutions are tailored to meet local requirements. With us, you benefit from the ease of a single provider, making your services simpler and reducing the need to juggle multiple vendors across numerous country-specific requirements. And we've built in data center redundancies to safeguard from outages and ensure life-saving reliability around the globe. And the best part, you can provision and manage everything in one place, the Bandwidth app. You will now also be able to take your business one step further with automation through a unified emergency services API. As many of you know, dealing with endpoint provisioning workflows can be a total headache. Separating these workflows, navigating different processes in each country, and managing various solutions within your emergency services portfolio adds tons of complexity. Traditional incumbents do not offer automation capabilities for these business-critical services at all. Bandwidth's Emergency Services API gives you a seamless global experience to provision and update endpoints, dispatchable addresses, and emergency notifications, and our API is fully compatible with whatever type of emergency services you choose to use. Static, our new alternative location routing, or our dynamic location routing for E911. And as more and more countries adopt true dynamic location routing, our solution will allow you to take full advantage of new capabilities with ease, all because our Unified Emergency Services API. We are excited about these new innovations and enhancements to our existing emergency portfolio and the many life-saving use cases we will support in the decades to come. Let's take a moment, though, now to celebrate a partner who continues to innovate with us and has past, present, and future. Their brand really doesn't need any introduction. Many of you are online right now using them as we speak. Across the last 15 years at Bandwidth, Google has been a collaborative partner. In the early years, we worked with Google to launch the first instance of Google Voice on Bandwidth's nationwide network. We've continued our joint collaboration, tackling many, many more firsts together over the years, from advertising tracking numbers to Google Fiber 911, many, many more. Today, I am thrilled to welcome Savio from Google, who is here to talk about what's next for Google in workspace collaboration. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Savio. Savio, thank you for coming. It's great to have you here.
Appreciate the invite, David, as always.
And we are very grateful for the partnership we've enjoyed with Google for decades. I want to level set with our audience to kick things off with a simple explanation. I think people might be confused about what constitutes Google Voice and what is Workspaces and what that includes. Can you break down that difference for us?
As you alluded to in your introduction, so Google Voice for consumers was launched in 2009. There was a free-to-use app where customers had the option of using credits for international calls. Fast forward to 2018, Google Voice for Workspace was envisaged as an add-on for the Workspace platform. So therefore giving enterprise customers the option of having a voice option.
So today, since that launch of Workspace, it is a widely used collaboration tool globally across enterprises. How is that paving the way to serve the overall enterprise market with Google Voice?
So Google Workspace is an amazing platform that many customers have onboarded on, and we try to piggyback on some of the features of it, like user management, license management, most importantly, security, as well as the clients are available ubiquitously on whichever device you want to access voice on.
Tell us a little bit about how you identified the needs in Workspaces to add voice for enterprise. What was the evolution? How did you think through that?
Yeah, so initially we had our calling plans in 2018 when we launched in 14 countries. And we've been hearing more customers wanting a need of accessing Google Voice for Workspace in different countries and onboard them onto Google Voice. So SipLink is a way of going about that. It's our take on BYOT, or bring your own trunk.
Okay, so SipLink is a new thing, and you're solving a really particular problem that you heard about from enterprises with SipLink. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so SipLink is, we have a lot of customers or enterprises that have existing carrier relationships, and they would like to maintain that going into Google Voice. So this SipLink enables a hybrid environment where they can work with their existing, Google Voice can work with our existing peers in the UC and CC space, as well as onboard Google Voice for the enterprises and make that a seamless transition. At the same time, offering Google Voice and enabling Google Workspace customers to enjoy Google Voice as well.
Well said. What are some of the key characteristics you look for in partners like Bandwidth to help support SipLink as an option for global enterprises?
Yeah, a few important things that we are really key on is local reach. So carriers like Bandwidth are able to provide local connectivity with their global network reach. At the same time, critical for us is porting as well for some customers, and the other aspects of compliance and regulatory requirements that you all are more attuned to than us. That will help us in making the customer more happy with our solution and able to comfortably onboard.
So thank you so much for coming and talking about Workspaces, the evolution with SipLink, and the future. How excited are you about the future of SipLink and Workspaces with Google Voice?
Absolutely key. That's our way of going forward. When we envisaged launching SipLink, we had Google's mission in mind of organizing the world's information, making it universally accessible and useful. And SipLink is that, right from the implementation to the troubleshooting, we offer the customers right up front of what we're expecting. So there's zero friction from a customer perspective, and it helps us onboarding customers faster.
Fantastic. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't thank you for an extraordinary partnership for Bandwidth over the decades. And again, thank you for making the trip for our inaugural Reverb conference.
Absolutely.
Everyone, Savio from Google.
Thanks, David.
This new integration between Bandwidth and Google Voice for Workspaces is now available on the Universal platform. Bandwidth's integration to Google SipLink is the next in a long lineup of integrations as part of Bandwidth Maestro. On that note, let's look at the future of Bandwidth Maestro, powered by our Universal platform. This is exciting, and it is no small feat. Cloud platforms like Google, Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Genesys, Webex, Five9, among many other, make meaningful employee and contact center communications possible at all. Bandwidth Maestro helps enterprises navigate cloud migrations to and between all these platforms so that you can deliver the best connections between coworkers and customers. Our best-in-class integration strategy with Bandwidth Maestro now offers more pre-integrated, bring-your-own-carrier integrations than any other carrier or CPaaS provider in the universe. Our strategy for enterprise is simple. We give you the freedom to choose your preferred tools across UCaaS, CCaaS, conversational AI, security, authentication, and more, all while using Bandwidth's universal platform. Our UCaaS and CCaaS integrations dramatically improve enterprise communications with unmatched control over call flows, direct-to-carrier pricing for greater ROI, and a direct line of support when it matters most. Our full portfolio of bring-your-own-carrier integrations is available everywhere that we have coverage in the universal platform. At this point, since you're probably sick of me, I'd like to welcome Devesh Agarwal, as he has more exciting integrations to cover and friends waiting to join him. Devesh.
Thank you, David. Bandwidth recently won Best CPaaS Platform by UC Today, recognizing our software solution with things like Maestro and AIBridge. As the CEO, somebody leading the software team too, it's a proud moment for me to be able to share this with you. Maestro provides pre-integrated option for large multinational companies to connect their communications with Bandwidth to their preferred choice of UCaaS and CCaaS platform. Let's talk about a few of these pre-integration with leading UCaaS platform available from Bandwidth. Microsoft. You've heard of them, right? $3 trillion. When it comes to PSTN connectivity with Microsoft Teams, you have two choices, Operator Connect and direct routing for your BYOC. Bandwidth Maestro supports both choices. We help simplify and speed telecom migration, saving time and money, while solving regulatory challenges as a single global communication platform. If you're going to use Operator Connect, Bandwidth makes it simple to connect to our global platform, allowing us to be your hosted SBC in the cloud. Your organization saves time and resources. The admin experience your team has is much simpler thanks to Operator Connect portal. With Bandwidth as your certified operator, you get a highly scalable, secure, and redundant network, and well-established connectivity to a global platform that supports your evolving needs. You'll be backed by improved security, quality, thanks to our private interconnect with Microsoft. You won't have to rely on public internet and TLS to connect to Microsoft Teams because Bandwidth hosted SBC is powered by secure maps linked between our SBC and Teams. You'll also appreciate the support and reliability with Bandwidth. Our technical support team and shared SLA ensure you have next level service. Meanwhile, Next level reliability comes from direct peering powered by Azure, which creates one-on-one network connection. Together, Bandwidth and Microsoft help you migrate and power your team's communication. This is just one of many best-in-class employee communication platform with which we are pre-integrated. As enterprises continue to value customer experience, there is so much more than just enabling their voice and emergency services. I want to welcome TVS Tiruthani, product leader from Zoom, to talk about the future of CX and the joint power of our platform. TVS, please join me. TVS, thank you for coming to Raleigh, joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit more about Bandwidth and Zoom partnership over the years?
Sure. Zoom is all about bringing the simplicity that people have come to expect from us, the ease of use, the simplicity, the reliability, the value. Now, we embarked on a journey of introducing an AI-powered business communication and contact center services, bringing the sassiness to a telco world. And that's not easy. And thanks to partners like Bandwidth, that made a huge difference for us to bring that to our customers who love that part.
Yeah, tell us what we have accomplished over 6 years working with Bandwidth.
Great question. So when we started in the Zoom Phone product, we started with North America. And many of our MNC customers have come and said, can you be our single-stop shop? We have so many global presence and we want a single throat to choke or better term, right? So today we are about 50 country footprint now. And that's possible again, like thanks to partners like Bandwidth that made us take the product and extend without the customers having to go through the pain of having multiple footprint in multiple countries.
Love the partnership. What keeps Zoom up at night?
I mean, we are at the end of the day powering a business critical service, right? As David was saying, that there are emergency calls going through our system. There are consumers reaching to our businesses, and every call is like a customer walking into your business. So we take every call very seriously, and keeping that system up and running 24/7 is a huge thing. And again, that's another building block and the platform that we rely on. As a telco service, we also have to work with multiple regulatory needs from different customers in different countries. So bringing the wealth of the local experience is another key element that we embrace your strengths in bringing that strengths to our customers.
You bet. How does Bandwidth platform enable Zoom to accomplish this with a lean team?
Again, great question. Like, again, Zoom's one thing that pride ourselves is the speed and the velocity. And velocity and the telco, they don't really go in the same thing, right? So that's because of the complexity that the industry has developed. And as I was talking to David earlier, that industry had not really innovated itself, disrupted themselves to bring that simplicity. The communication is so fundamental, right? So, but that complexity was never simplified. And that's a part, Devesh, like what I see Bandwidth has done magically is that, can I go to your portal, click few buttons, get my service up and running, and that's the difference between day and night.
You bet. And now with the universal platform, more countries, more places.
Absolutely.
When it comes to strategic partnership together, we deliver value to enterprises. How do you see this playing out?
Great question again. Like our customers, I kind of classify into two buckets in the large sense. One set of customers need that simplicity of one vendor. They want to come to us for their business communication and contact center solution. And they don't want to worry about multiple countries and networks, etc. Those customers are powered by underneath the same platform that Bandwidth offers us. The second set of customers are looking for flexibility. The flexibility in managing heterogeneous system. They are in the middle of multiple life cycle, multiple products. They are looking to see a way that they can centralize their madness and simplify themselves, and yet leverage the power of AI-powered contact center and phone systems that we are building. And that's the marriage that I see, again, like in both angles.
You bet. You know, in addition to Zoom Phone, we're excited to announce an all-new integration with Zoom Contact Center on our universal platform.
Very excited for that.
Me too. Can you tell us more a little bit about your global peering program and the partnership, how it unlocks enterprises who need greater flexibility in their solution?
Sure. We really wanted to satisfy the telco and make the per minute charges and per call and everything disappear and just keep the simplicity. But the truth of the matter is that the world is not there yet, which means there are multiple country-specific, there are different types of phone number, there are different types of rates that easily add up to a large bill, etc. So that made us go down the path of what we call BAOC. But BAOC came with the overhead of having to manage your boxes on your network, which you're trying to get rid of in some way. So that's where the cloud peering partnership finds that middle ground and says, okay, Mr. Customer, you have the flexibility of finding the best value of the telco services that suits your needs. And yet, you don't have to have the investment of your boxes and managing the infrastructure 24/7. So that's where the cloud peering comes in, and very glad to have the peering partnership extended from Zoom Phone to Contact Center as well.
This new integration between Bandwidth and Zoom CCaaS will be available on the universal platform end of 2024. Thank you so much, TVS.
Thanks to be here.
Let's give him a hand. You know what's unique about our relationship in this space is that we are integrating and enabling the power for enterprises to choose the solution that best fits their need. It's why we have so many best-in-class integration with Maestro with UCaaS and CCaaS leaders, and we don't pick favorites. I have 2 daughters and I love them both. Another great example is Webex calling and Webex Contact Center. As a certified calling provider for Webex, we developed our global integration in close collaboration with the Webex team. This builds upon a long-standing relationship and working hand in hand with Cisco to flawlessly support the continued evolution of enterprise communication. With multiple supported connectivity options available on Webex calling, including Cloud Connect and Local Gateway. Cisco is another great example of integration on the universal platform, enabling freedom of choice. And Webex calling is now available everywhere we have coverage on the universal platform. And that's not alone. Our Maestro solution integrates with leaders like Five9, Webex, Genesys, Zoom. This allows us to deliver good on the promise of freedom of choice with the most number of direct to carrier integration on the planet. Now I'd like to welcome my friend and rock star, Michelle, back to the stage for a conversation with three powerful enterprises. Michelle.
Thanks, Devesh. I am really excited about this next part in our live event today. We have invited 3 of our enterprise customers to join us for a conversation about the future of communications and to have them share some of their story about how they connect with Bandwidth's cloud with their choice of contact center via Maestro. So please join me in welcoming Adam Smith from DexCom, Joe DeLuca from Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, and Vipin Kalra from Docusign. Welcome, and thank you so much for making the trip to our Raleigh headquarters today. Each of you are great examples of how I get to keep watching our customers do cool things with Bandwidth. And I'm very excited for you to share your stories today. Joe, we're going to start with you. I know that you oversee communications and contact center for Wyndham. I'd like to understand from you, what has it really been like to navigate the changing landscape over the last couple of years?
So we're a global organization supporting over 9,200 properties across 25 brands in 95 countries. In my role, we completed our migration from our legacy voice infrastructure to the cloud, moving an environment that initially had over 18,000 toll-free numbers across multiple carriers, and we reduced it by 50%. Now, before moving to the cloud, bringing on a new center online could easily take about 3 to 6 months. Now we can do it in a matter of weeks. And now we're just simply an API hook away from doing anything we want to do.
Fantastic. Adam, you're here from DexCom, which is a leading continuous glucose monitoring system company. I'm really curious about how you support the overall patient experience with your team and your role.
Well, thank you for having me here, Michelle. And calling out to all the bandmates I've worked with, you guys are really rock stars. And this facility showcases it, just amazing. So at DexCom, we do sell CGM devices in 52 different countries. We have close to 500 phone numbers that we get inbound support calls on. Those are all traversing bring your own carrier trunks between Bandwidth and Genesys Cloud. We take about 500,000 calls per month that are all inbound, and probably a couple 100,000 callbacks and outbound calls per month. And really, we have other channels like email, chat, messaging, social media, but voice still is the predominant way that our customers contact us and want to communicate with us.
Thank you. Vipin, you're here from Docusign, and when people think Docusign, they may not necessarily think communications. So help us understand a little bit about communications' role at Docusign.
Thank you, Michelle, and I appreciate to be here. Awesome Bandwidth team. Within Docusign, chances are you would have signed your mortgage or job offer letter to Docusign, but there's a lot of things goes behind the scene. The voice is a primary communications channel for us, where we do support you and inbound sales on commercial lines for our commercial customers. And we support everything coming over Bandwidth. We operate over 25 countries, and behind the scenes, we have integration with the Genesys platform.
So earlier, David told us a little bit about your carrier consolidation journey. I think it was 9 carriers. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Spring of 2021, I was looking for consolidating our carrier because obviously we were doing our digital transformation journey, moving over to Genesis. And we reached out to all of our carriers about doing those integrations and migration over Genesis. Everyone was coming with 45 days, 60 days, 3 months lead time. I still recall my first meeting with Nate and Mehmet from your team. 30 minutes meeting, first 15 minutes is this is what I want, and last 15 minutes were here's a document, here's your test account, go for it. And in next 45 minutes, my lines were really hot. Integration done with bandwidth platform, and we're not going back to any of those carriers all over again.
Hearing our customers talk about how great we support them. I appreciate that very much. We often hear too that simplicity is what leads to carrier consolidation and platform integration with partners like Genesis. This is an example of true collaboration with what Maestro has to offer. Adam, your contact center is proof of how Genesis and Bandwidth as a partnership can help deliver exceptional experiences. Tell us a little bit about how DexCom has improved customer experience for your end users.
Yeah, well, initially going into the decision to go with Bandwidth, reducing costs and consolidating carriers was very important to us. But we really needed a resilient solution for our customers as a medical device that customers use for life and death kind of situations. Resiliency was so important. And the discussion we had around particularly US toll-free resiliency and the network mesh that you have to support that resiliency was so important to us. We've literally had 0 down calls in the US since we migrated to Bandwidth, and that's been close to 2 years now.
Excellent. Resiliency is so important. Joe, I'd love to hear from you on navigating resiliency to the cloud. What has it been like for Wyndham?
So the technology continues to drive customer expectations to new heights. So there's an emotional component at play when someone is searching for something online. If the web page isn't loading, the product information isn't available, or they can't easily update their cart, customer loyalty is going to decline. So the voice channel is no different. Calling in to book a room and getting a fast busy, getting a carrier intercept message or a ring no answer isn't the way to maintain loyalty or develop customer loyalty. So resiliency is absolutely critical, and a partner who can deliver consistently is imperative. So for example, we offer a program to our franchisees called Signature Reservation Services, where we provide a local customer-facing number that guests can use to opt to speak to the property, get additional information, book a reservation via one of our centers. This is a huge labor savings opportunity for the property, and it further drives Wyndham bookings direct. And they can be made elsewhere. If it doesn't work, that's what's going to happen.
It's really important that when your customers call and want to make a reservation, that they get through. And I think that's why we're here, right? So Wyndham uses Five9, and I want to just mention that Bandwidth is a certified integrated network partner with Five9 to power your telephony alongside your chosen CCAS. Joe, do you have any specific stories you'd like to share about how this impacts Wyndham?
I'll say that having a partner that is highly scalable, resilient, and without introducing any unnecessarily operational complexity or overhead that on-prem solutions provide has been pivotal. So we have a deeper level of visibility of the call routing, which puts Wyndham in control, and it's great to have a partner who can easily troubleshoot and resolve an issue before it can really become revenue impacting.
Okay, last question for everyone. Customer experience is definitely near and dear to all of us, whether we're talking about internal customers and uptimes or external customers who really care about the customer experience and how they consume our products. Tell us one story, maybe that really significantly impacted outcomes in terms of your integration with Bandwidth. Vipin, we'll start with you.
Certainly. So what Bandwidth has done is given the power of control of my voice infrastructure in my hand. No more calling to my carrier and figuring out who owns the number. By doing that, I can assure 10% or less time to detect for any issues to my business stakeholders, which is extremely powerful because every minute loss of productivity is a loss of dollar revenue for us and a CSAT score. And that's really thankful for Bandwidth having that partnership and building up such an innovative product and putting that power in our hands to make our life successful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Joe.
Yeah, so I would definitely say that the amount of time that we have spent on outage calls has significantly decreased, and it's allowed us more time to focus on driving customer value, increasing direct contribution, and developing loyalty.
Excellent. Adam.
So, I mean, in terms of customer experience, obviously the metric I mentioned before, zero downtime, is just so amazing to us. But we are looking forward to an opportunity to coming soon to really focus on meeting the customer where they live, and that's in the app that they use that communicates with the sensor, with the device. We are hoping to leverage the Bandwidth APIs and WebRTC to allow customers to contact us directly through the app without having to leave the app, go to their phone, and really move away from where they're at right when they're having the issue. So we're really looking forward to that, and I think it's going to be game-changing for our customers.
Excellent. Thank you all for joining us today. Please give our panel a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. We look forward to seeing each of these partnerships flourish, and as Bandwidth serves enterprises like these guys, we understand how critical it is to have strong relationships with the platforms they work with. I mentioned that Wyndham is integrated with Five9. DexCom and Docusign have chosen to integrate with Genesys. Like Devesh said, we don't have favorites. As you can see, you have the freedom to choose, and we'll meet you where you are. When talking about partnership and integration between our two platforms, we do have some information from Genesys. So Genesys shared, partners like Bandwidth are an essential part of the Genesys Cloud Platform ecosystem. Our platform allows flexible telephony connection options, making it possible for Bandwidth customers to easily bring bandwidth directly to their Genesys Cloud deployment via a deep integration. They go on to say, through our collaboration, joint customers can benefit from best-in-class AI-powered customer and employee experiences delivered from Genesys on Bandwidth's high-quality network. Thank you, Genesys. Bandwidth is here to continue enhancing the customer experience alongside enterprises and their platform of choice, both now and in the future. Now, I would like to pass the baton back to David for some exciting news. David.
Thank you, Michelle. This brings us to the final set of integrations we're excited to share with you today. You cannot think about customer experience without also considering AI. Let's take a look.
Contact centers are interested in the potential benefits of AI because they're trying to solve this never-ending problem, which is increasing customer expectations, and they can't solve it with just the human assets they have today.
They have higher customer expectations, agent attrition, and then there's the demand for 24/7 multilingual support.
Humans don't always have the answers off the top of their head, right? With the growth of, generative AI and other technologies, what leads to the cost benefit is ultimately reducing the number of interactions that really need to be supported with more of a white glove human experience. This isn't a technology that was trained on YouTube videos. It's technology that was trained on customer care. There is no magic pill. And you can't just plug into the GPT API and let it fly, right?
That requires increased interoperability and more integrations than what you had before.
They can have 45 or 50 different systems and applications. Some of those individual tools, there's overlap between them. So which one do they choose? And you need to leverage companies that can help you along that path. So I first experienced Maestro at Enterprise Connect a few years ago when it was just launched. And my experience in the telephony space allowed me to truly appreciate what Bandwidth had created with Maestro.
We're super excited about Bandwidth Maestro being able to have a one-stop shop for all of these services that support the contact center is, I think, a huge breakthrough for the industry and is going to drive a lot of value for Bandwidth customers.
The partnership with Bandwidth evolved from this idea that some of the integration points for Cognigy really could be available from the network and consumed from the network. And we liked that idea. We thought that was a really good idea. And the bandwidth concept of Maestro was very attractive to Cognigy as a potential solution for that problem.
So implementing conversational AI in the contact center can very quickly transform the customer experience. Activating machine learning, natural language processing, or sentiment analysis creates more meaningful experiences and maximizes efficiencies. That is why we are thrilled to announce the expansion of 2 new integrations for conversational AI, Kore.Ai and Omilia, coming in spring 25 to the Universal Platform. Bandwidth's AIBridge connects these cutting-edge technologies to our platform so you can improve customer engagement through enhanced conversational abilities. Kore.Ai and Omilia are versatile AI platforms that integrate with diverse customer service channels, including voice, text, email, and social media. Both platforms incorporate natural language processing to interpret human language, including understanding jokes, idioms, and yes, even sarcasm. The benefit here is that your customer service agents can spend less time decoding customers' needs and more time actually problem solving. Kore.Ai and Omilia will soon join Cognigy and Google Dialogflow in our portfolio of AIBridge integrations, giving your customers easy access to 4 leading conversational AI platforms. You can easily test and deploy new voice AI tools in the contact center without the burden of technical integration or disruption to existing systems. AIBridge can accelerate your contact center's adoption of virtual agents so you can start delivering better customer experience at scale. Okay, now that we've talked about the simplicity of Maestro and the Maestro integrations with leading providers across UCaaS, CCaaS, and more, let's pull it all together on the Bandwidth app's Visual Builder. Our Visual Builder makes it easy to orchestrate complex call flows with ultimate simplicity through our drag and drop interface, no coding required. You can manage routine call handling, failover, and the integration of next-gen tools for your communications like conversational AI and voice authentication solutions. Our Visual Call Flow Builder is fully compatible with all of Bandwidth's pre-built integrations for contact centers, and I'm excited to welcome my good friend Nyan to the stage to demonstrate just how simple this process is. Nyan. So Nyan is a lead network engineer here at Bandwidth and a key developer behind our Visual Builder, along with many of the other great technologies and products we've showcased today. Take it away, Nyan.
Thank you, David. It's really an honor to be up here on the stage and to represent the efforts of our development team. Today, I'll walk through a typical enterprise call flow using our Visual Call Flow Builder. I'm going to start with an empty canvas. As you can see on the screen here, every customer journey begins with a destination. In our case, we'll use VCP, short for voice configuration packages. That has a single phone number in it. Oftentimes, this is the main contact center number going to the CCaaS platform of choice. Let's start setting this up by dragging an advanced call routing node onto the canvas. Oops. This node helps us easily configure the routing logic, no matter how simple or complex it may be. I'll start simple. Since we want all our traffic to be directed into our CCaaS, I'm going to leave this at 100%. Next, we'll add a voice integration with one of our CCaaS partners. We have plenty of great pre-built options to choose from, including Cisco Webex, Five9, Genesys, and soon Zoom Contact Center. In fact, we have the most pre-built integration of any other provider in our space. To simplify today's demo, I'm going to simply select a pre-configured Genesys account to route these calls to, just like DexCom and Docusign would. I'll save my changes and publish this new flow. And this number will now be live and connect our callers to our Genesys CCaaS. Let's test this out. David, could you type in the number that is tied to this demo VCP on top of your screen on your phone, please?
I sure can, but anytime you ask me to do a demo, you're taking a serious risk.
It's a live demo. While you're getting ready to make the call.
Whoops, I made it already, sorry.
It's all right. We'll try again. We'll try again. I'm going to pretend to be an agent by switching over to my CCaaS platform agent screen. You can make a call now.
Yes.
It's coming to our contact center. Now I'm going to do something that I don't recommend any of my colleagues to do. I'm going to hang up on our CEO.
Welcome to the voicemail box of Naranjo Gizar. Please
Okay, Nyan has some jokes, okay.
Well, jokes aside, we just orchestrated a successful call to our contact center. That's easy enough, but this is a story about how an enterprise can solve even bigger problems. Let's imagine this enterprise is a large financial institution. We'll give them a super clever name of ABC Bank, thanks to our marketing. ABC Bank is seeing a concerning rise of fraud in their contact center. So we will add voice biometrics integration from pin drop to the call. I'll do that by dragging this voice authentication piece onto the canvas and move some stuff around, rearranging these connectors, and as simple as that. This will provide an extra layer of authentication into the call flow so that all inbound calls will go through a vetting process that defends against fraudsters and deepfakes.
Okay, so Nyan, we just talked all about AI. What about including Bandwidth's AIBridge?
Yes. Let's enable virtual agents using AIBridge integration with Cognigy for ABC Bank. Additionally, we will add failover route to direct calls into their CCaaS provider if the AI agent ever goes down. I'll walk through this now. Let's reprovision the same number by returning to the advanced call routing node. I'll start by deleting our first route that sent all of the calls to our CCaaS and add priority 1 route that will direct 100% of the inbound traffic to Cognigy VoiceBot via AIBridge. Then we will add priority 2 failover route to our CCaaS. To accomplish that, I'm going to drag the AIBridge node onto the canvas and add it to the priority 1, and we will select our bot. From this dropdown, you can see the bots we've already configured, previously configured. But for the sake of today's demo, I'm going to select a Reverb demo bot. You can see the speech-to-text and text-to-speech attributes associated with the bot, where we used pre-built integration to power our speech-to-text with Amazon and text-to-speech with Google. Next, I'll drag my previously configured CCaaS and set it up as priority 2 route. This way, the call will fail over to the contact center directly if the voice bot is unavailable. Once this is done, I'll hit publish, and all our configurations are pushed automatically. Let's test this out. David, can you dial the same number again, please? Yes, please.
Thank you for calling ABC Bank. This is BandyBot. How may I assist you today?
I noticed a charge on my credit card that I don't recognize.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see if I can help. Could you please state the first and last name of the account holder?
Sure, my full name is David Morkin.
Thank you. That voice matches our records. Great to see you again, David. Let me go ahead and pull up your account. I see the charge in question. It looks like it's from a merchant named Twilio. Do you recognize this?
No, I've never heard of it.
Not sure I understood this correctly.
No, really, no.
I see the charge in question.
Nyan, thank you for showing off our visual builder and Maestro integrations today. Great job. Thank you again.
Thanks, David. Thanks, y'all.
So across the decades, we've experienced wave after wave of enterprise communication trends. It's amazing to see it all come together with Bandwidth Maestro, from BYOC integrations to authentication and now conversational AI. What's next? We're going to continue solving unique challenges for enterprises, starting with enterprise number reputation. Let's take a look. Our enterprise customers are super passionate about these capabilities, and I'm going to ask Lauren Brockman to join me on stage to share more about the challenges and roadmap solutions coming soon from Bandwidth. Lauren.
Thank you, David, and really great to see everybody here today. In today's world, phone calls are a crucial form of communications for businesses, and that is why we're all here, right? However, a rise in spam and fraudulent calls has eaten away at consumer trust, making it really tough for legitimate companies like everyone here to connect with consumers. To make matters even worse, enterprises have been caught in the crossfire as the industry looks to crack down on spam and fraudulent calls. This has led to situations like a support center's calls being labeled as spam risk, or a sales rep's calls going unanswered, all due to inaccurate call labels.
That not just sounds awful, it happens to me. It is awful.
It is awful. In fact, before I walked up here today, I actually had a spam call on my watch. Right before I walked up, I thought, oh my gosh, isn't that timely? And this isn't just about, I know, right? Can't make it up. But this isn't just about misconnections. It's lost revenue, it's frustrated customers, it's damaged relationships. And I love data, I love it. And in a recent report by Omdia, over 70% of enterprises, 70% of them reported that 10% or more of their revenue loss over the past 6 months was due to negative call experiences such as blocking or labeling. In more serious cases, there can also be significant harm done to consumers when the mislabeled calls are from healthcare providers, or legal aid, or your bank announcing a fraud call, a fraud event on your bank account. And these urgent calls are not answered because they are marked as spam likely.
So at Bandwidth, we are tackling this problem head on. In addition to working with regulators and industry partners to improve the system, Bandwidth is stepping in to help our customers mitigate the real harm happening today.
Yep. And this is why we are incredibly excited to announce Bandwidth Number Reputation Management, coming soon. A new solution giving your enterprise the power to see how your calls are displayed and correct the spam labels.
So, Lauren, how does it actually work?
So our vision is to deliver a reputation number management tool built on a 5-part engine. So part 1 is registration. We start by registering outbound phone numbers with the major US mobile carriers, and these are the guys actually doing the labeling of these calls. This step reduces the likelihood that your calls are going to be mislabeled, and it also gives us a documented source to refer the carriers back to if an improper call label is detected. The second part is monitoring. So you can keep an eye on the status of your number reputation across the industry, including major mobile carriers and consumer app. This is informed by our third engine, display testing. So this checks how your calls actually appear across major US mobile carriers and mobile operating systems. Part 4, Insights and Alerts, provides a holistic dashboard for viewing your reputation across numbers. Bandwidth will send notifications to you when we become aware that a phone number has been potentially flagged as spam or scam. So this is an incredibly powerful tool, as you can see which numbers are being labeled and take appropriate action. And finally, but perhaps most importantly, we are right there with you. With Bandwidth's white glove support, our final engine, remediation, means that we will contact the responsible parties on your behalf and request the removal of improper call labels. By the time you actually receive the notification from us, you can sit back and relax knowing that we are already on it.
Lauren, that's great. Would you be willing to give an early preview to all of us of what you and your product team are actually building?
Absolutely, I'd love to. So let's take a look at the app. So when we interviewed customers about creating this solution, we heard that the old way of manually logging and managing phone number reputation was incredibly maddening and frustrating. That's why our number reputation management dashboard is intuitively designed to be really simple and easy to use. Our app delivers a comprehensive view of your number's performance and call reputation. With easy-to-read donut charts, which you can see up here, you can quickly check the status of the reputation of any of your phone numbers. If you'd like to see the performance of a specific number in your inventory, all you've got to do is scroll down. All your numbers are going to pop up. This table provides a clear view of a number's status using a straightforward stoplight system. So green means clean or verified. Yellow means that a call label has been detected and remediation is already in progress. And red means remediation has been denied and additional steps are going to be needed. If you'd like to focus on numbers in a specific state, it's easy to filter down. And let's show you just numbers that are in the remediation status. So you can see, you can just easily sort and figure out what's what. We can use this view to look across carriers and trace the source of our call labels. And one more step, the scorecard, you can actually see the results of the most recent call display tests and visually see the label for yourself. So you can actually see what's happening, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure you're all interested to see how those call labels actually impact your call performance. As a carrier, we have exclusive access to data about your calling patterns. We'll provide holistic data, historic data, comparing your answer rates to your call label rates. So you can see exactly the impact your calling patterns are having on the labels and how those are going to impact your answer rates. And our cherry on top is threshold alerting. With threshold alerting, you can make sure that you have the resources you need to protect your number reputation even before the labels are applied. So let's take a look at our timeline view. So there you go, you can see the timeline view. These tools provide actionable insights to help your enterprise take back control over your number reputation.
Lauren, that makes total sense. If the issue is consumers knowing that it's a trusted brand calling them, can you explain why just displaying a brand identity with something like branded calling has little to no impact?
Absolutely. So here's the deal. Simply purchasing a branded calling technology has zero impact on whether your business phone number is going to be labeled as spam or fraud. Even more concerning is that branded calling technologies being used today in the market have not been significantly enhanced in years, and they fail to take advantage of technological advancements and the security that STIR/SHAKEN provides us. Aside from call logo or call reason presentation, the latter of which isn't even supported across all devices, there is currently no difference in how branded calls are displayed compared to CNAME. So you might know CNAME as caller ID, which is something Bandwidth has supported for over 15 years. But instead of looking at the past for answers to solve this problem, Bandwidth is exploring the next generation of authenticated call solutions using rich call data, which is an extension of the STIR/SHAKEN framework. So by taking a standards-based approach with rich call data and STIR/SHAKEN, we will be perfectly positioned to solve this problem globally, especially as STIR/SHAKEN gets more adoption around the world.
We will continue to push for innovations in this field that benefits both our enterprises and their customers, and we're excited to be at the forefront of what comes next. It starts with reputation management for numbers to make sure your calls can be delivered as you've come to expect with any registered caller ID, instead of being overridden by a spam call label.
Exactly, David. We believe reputation management will transform our customers' ability to mitigate the harm and confusion that comes from improper call labeling by giving enterprises greater control over the reputation of, let's face it, your own phone numbers. We can improve trust and communication between businesses and consumers.
Please join me in thanking Lauren for her and her team's wonderful work. We are fired up about this solution. This innovation for number reputation management is how enterprises will elevate their customer experience across all innovations. Okay, and now for our finale, let's turn our attention to the future of Bandwidth's messaging portfolio. I want to introduce Caitlin Long to share more about this incredible progress. Welcome to the stage and take it away, Caitlin.
Thank you, David. Real talk. Navigating the messaging industry is not easy. Pricing, registration, verification, and all sorts of requirement changes feels like trying to hit a moving target. As one of the largest providers in the messaging space and a long-term partner with our customers, we feel this deeply. We have served as advocates while leading efforts to improve the overall messaging ecosystem for both our customers and mobile subscribers. Today, we are excited to announce that Bandwidth is a directly connected aggregator. Woo! DCA. Yes. Okay, cool. What does that mean? So, Bandwidth has fully implemented a direct connection with a Tier 1 carrier, one of the largest mobile network operators in the world. These direct carrier relationships will foster collaboration and innovation. And as a DCA, we pledge to meet the high standard for trust set by the carriers to ensure their end users are being protected. This is a big win for bandwidth and the messaging industry. Direct engagements with the carriers strengthens our seat at the table as we advocate for our customers and improve the overall efficiency of our product. This is why Attentive chose to work with us. But you don't need to hear it from me. Let's hear it from them.
Last year on Black Friday, we sent over 2.2 billion messages during Cyber Week, and we drove $1.8 billion in revenue for our customers. Our marketing is very personalized, and being in the SMS space primarily, it allows us to engage customers with the right message at the right time. And the only way that we're able to truly reliably understand that is by working with partners that have direct connects.
Attentive's an AI-powered marketing platform. We focus on SMS and email. We are very fortunate we get to work with a lot of the largest e-commerce companies, retail businesses, sports franchises, other kinds of entertainment platforms.
We pride ourselves on sending messages as quickly as possible and having the highest deliverability rates in the industry. The direct connections allow us to make sure that we have the right throughput and capacity to get those messages out. Any partner to us that can make it easier for us to actually do what we do best, which is getting messages out to consumers, is going to be really, what we look for, and I think Bandwidth's done a great job of doing that.
Communication between our team and the Bandwidth team is always seamless. They work with me and my team to make sure that we're really thinking about everything we can be doing to provide the best possible messaging strategy to ensure that our customers can continue to drive billions of dollars of revenue and actually reach their subscribers in a way that matters.
In partnering with companies like Bandwidth, we can spend more time building tools that deliver better performance for our customers. And it's a huge value unlock for us because it allows us to invest in new kinds of things. And what we're finding is that we can double or triple the total revenue that brands are getting from those messages, which is huge.
I think that's just a perfect example of how Bandwidth is always willing to work with us and go the extra mile to make sure that we're delivering the best possible experience to our customers.
Customers always say it best. We are honored to support Attentive's amazing accomplishments with exciting new developments in AI. We're excited to see what they do next. But direct connects and awesome customer use cases like Attentive aren't the only exciting developments happening at Bandwidth. RCS, AKA Rich Communication Services, emojis, high-res photos, videos, typing indicators, read receipts, cool new hotness. But RCS isn't actually new. RCS has been around since 2007, but without the interoperability between iPhones and Androids, adoption has suffered. Last year, Apple surprised the world by announcing its support for RCS, and mobile network operators who had previously left RCS untouched suddenly announced plans to support it. Since then, most messaging providers like us have been deep in discovery to offer business-grade RCS. We've hit a critical inflection point in the messaging market, and we're bullish about the opportunity that RCS represents for our customers. 2025 is the year that our industry takes a major step forward into rich messaging. And it's the reason Bandwidth has registered as an RBM partner with Google, setting ourselves up for success across all key markets, just like we do with SMS. Due to RCS, businesses are accelerating their rich messaging strategy. And for many, 2.5 billion users in fact, WhatsApp is another critical driver of rich messaging adoption. That's why WhatsApp is a priority for Bandwidth in 2025. As I already mentioned, the messaging industry is hard to navigate. With new channels comes new complexity, introducing an even larger learning curve for compliance across the industry. So today, we are thrilled to announce Bandwidth's Registration Center. This will deliver a single consolidated, some would say universal, registration approach for all Bandwidth messaging channels. Our first beta release, available today, begins with short code registration. Imagine a world with webhook notifications and a sleek, searchable UI that guides you through the complicated registration process. Wouldn't that be a game changer? Well, that's exactly what the Registration Center does. And we're not stopping here. Our vision is to remove the extra work, meaning we'll take that short code brief and translate it directly into your toll-free campaign for that same customer's use case. That way you won't have to provide us with the same information twice or thrice. Let's talk deliverability. Registration is the beginning of your journey, but ongoing management is just as important. Campaigns, content, preferences shift over time, and this can impact deliverability in a negative way. So understanding why your messages aren't being delivered is critical. So here's what you can do about it. Earlier this year, we launched Messaging Health Monitoring, a new insights feature in the Bandwidth app, giving customers visibility into the percentages of blocked and unregistered traffic. These insights are available into an easy-to-digest dashboard. Now, I want to invite Alicia Summers to show you how Messaging Health Monitoring works. And hot off the presses today, we are excited to show you a brand new feature, real-time alerting. Come on out, Alicia.
Thank you, Caitlin. So, you're all set up to use Bandwidth's messaging services, but how do you make sure your traffic stays healthy? Let's take a look at the health dashboard. Let's say one of your customers launches a new campaign. It's been approved and they're ready to start sending traffic. To the left of the health dashboard here, we can see that they started to send traffic and we have 0% unregistered traffic. That's what we want to see. Great job registering. But one of the brands sending messages on your platform made a mistake, which led them to experience some blocking and they don't know why. As we scan across the other health metrics, we see something going on with the rejections. Let's dig in. With Bandwidth Health Monitoring, you have the tools you need to determine if the message content has been rejected by carriers due to spam or an opt-out issue. We can do that by clicking View Breakdown.
Now, Alicia, a quick decoder for the non-technical people in the room, like me. We put some helpful text at the bottom of the chart to explain the two main reasons messages get rejected. One, spam rejected means there's something going on with the actual messaging content. Two, opt-out means these people are receiving messages and are replying stop or opting out at a higher than normal rate. This could mean the traffic is unwanted for a number of reasons.
That's exactly right. Let's figure out which of these two errors are at fault. But first, we're going to take a look at our messaging logs to check for spam rejections. This will send us to our message logs, which have been filtered to show any messages with error code 4770, meaning spam rejected messages. Since we see 0 messages in the log with the 4770 error code, we know that messages aren't being blocked due to spam. Great. Now let's go back and look for any opt-out errors. Opt-outs have the error code 4775. And now we're starting to see the problem. A number of messages have been blocked due to user opt-outs. In the message log, we can see the IDs of the messages that have been blocked, the list of numbers these messages are coming from and being sent to, as well as the carrier that did the blocking.
So, Alicia, the health monitoring tool helps our customers identifying the problem. For example, maybe the message sender didn't collect opt-in correctly, or maybe it's a consent issue. Either way, this gives you the insights you need to fix the issue faster.
That's right, Caitlin. But This is where things get really interesting. None of our customers have time to stare at a screen waiting for a spike in errors.
Yeah, I know, I don't have time for that.
Nobody does. But Bandwidth Messaging Health Alerting solves this for you. We'll move to the alerts page where we'll configure the notification. The alerts page is designed to give you time back in your day by setting up an alert to trigger when your metrics move from green to yellow, which creates a warning, or from yellow to red, which we call an alarm. Let's take a quick tour of the page. On the right-hand side, we can see a history of any alerts that have been triggered up to this point. At the center of your screen, we have the list of alerts that have already been configured for this account. Let's create a new one for rejections. We'll give it a name. Select messaging health as the type. We'll take a look at carrier rejections, and let's set the notification frequency at 10 minutes. You can be notified by an email alert or a webhook, which allows you to integrate alerts into an app like Slack. To finish setting up this alert, I'll enter in an email. These on-the-go alerts move you from passive monitoring to actionable insights. No matter how you use business messaging, the health of your traffic is critical to your success. Bandwidth Messaging Health Monitoring and Alerting gives you the confidence that your traffic is getting delivered, and if not, the insights to quickly diagnose the issue.
Thank you so much, Alicia. That's awesome. Let's give her a round of applause. All right, all this talk about healthy traffic is making you want to go grab some ice cream. Life's all about balance, am I right? And on that note, David is going to come back out and bring us home.
To everyone who joined us in person and to those joining online, it is because of you that we are more excited than ever before about the possibilities on our next-gen universal platform. And I am so grateful to the bandmates behind the scenes and to those who joined us in front and on stage today for making this universe of innovation possible today, tomorrow, and for all that the future holds. Whether you're wherever you are in your cloud communications journey, if you're ready to upgrade to the universal platform, reach out, talk to your rep if they're here, or visit bandwidth.com. Let us deliver quality automation, integration, and elite support rolled up into the perfect solution for your future communication. Thank you for joining us both live and virtually at our inaugural Reverb conference today. We will see you on the universal platform.